Anderson offers a rubber mat to go between the truck bed and the connection. So you can get a mat from Anderson, which is like $120 or more shipped, with a hole in the middle. We went to Lowe's because I just couldn't see paying that much for a rubber mat. We found this utility mat for 31 bucks, which is the size we need, 36 inch by 36 inch. And this one has holes all in it, you can see, which will be good for drainage and that type of thing. And I think it might be thicker than the mat that Anderson offers. Don't quote me on that, but I think it might be. This mat was $31 at Lowe's. There it is right there, part number. All I have to do now is to cut out a hole in the middle for my goose ball and my safety chain plate to come up through, and Anderson will sit right on this. And the reason for that is it helps eliminate the whole tripod will shift a little bit as you're using it, and it can scratch up the bed of the truck, plus damage the paint on the Anderson hitch. So this eliminates that. So we're going to give it a try, and for 31 bucks, can't go wrong. When you order your Anderson Ultimate fifth wheel connection, you'll receive everything you need. The hitch, the ball, the pins, all the hardware to tighten it and torque it down. You receive the coupler for your pin box. If you have the Rotoflex pin box, you need to order the Anderson lockout kit, which we ordered as well, which will keep the Rotoflex stable, which is what's recommended from Anderson for this application. Alright, let's put this in, torque it down, and show you how simple it is. First thing I'm going to do before we install the hitch is I'm going to put down this rubber mat that I showed you earlier in the video. Much more affordable than the Anderson mat. And I will show you a picture of that to show you how it's pre-cut in the middle. This mat here that I got is sectioned off in squares, so I think I'm just going to cut the center square out. That'll give us plenty of room for our safety chain bracket to be mounted as well. I think it's going to be a bigger hole than the factory one, but that's okay. I'm just more concerned about the rails having protection against the bed. Alright, very nice fit. I like to keep everything, so I'm keeping this piece I cut out. I'm sure I can find something to do with this. That's a nice piece of mat right there. Alright, now let's get the hitch mounted on my gooseneck and torque down. Put the hitch on the ball, install the safety pin. You might have to loosen this. That raises and lowers the inside shaft on the ball to get down around the neck so that pin can go in. And then I'm going to pull it back. I go until it stops. 60 foot-pounds. This is the first one you want to do. This draws the hitch down on the bed. Alright, then these two all three of these are 15/16 inch socket. I'll just get them both down to where they touch. and then torque them. Alright, that's all there is to it. Next we'll hook up to the RV. The reason we chose to go with safety chains, some states require it. And with traveling, I don't want to be going through any states that see us without them and get a ticket. It's not worth it. So that's all it is to installing the Anderson Ultimate fifth wheel hitch. Put it in, torque it down. Then we got to attach the coupler to our pin box. I got a trick to show you with that. No drill install. Okay, so we're going to install the coupler today on our kingpin. We have the Rotaflex. So what we had to purchase was Anderson sells this lockout kit right there. It's that bar right there. You got a long stud on each side, a bar in the back. And what that does, it prevents this from flexing and doing what it's supposed to do if you have a conventional fifth wheel hitch. So I'm going to try to position my camera so you can see what I do here. This hole just slides up over top of your kingpin and you put the bolts through it. It'll come factory with 2 bolts here already installed. You take them out to put it on. We ordered the safety chain kit. With the safety chain kit, you get longer bolts to accommodate for these eye hooks for the chains. So I just replacing my factory ones with those. I'll get you set up here and we'll put this on. We just slide it on like that. I need to spin mine around. Had to spin our coupler around because the pin was sitting too far back in the bed of the truck. So this will bring it up onto the truck about 8 more inches. I'm gonna go ahead and snug these down. You just get them hand tight. You don't want to go too tight or it'll crack that coupler. After you get the 2 big bolts in, you got 4 Allen screws. You torque them down to 40 foot-pounds and you do them in an X pattern. Okay, after you get your bolts through the block, see if I can get an angle here for you. You've got Allen head bolt here and here and here and here. Those are 40 pounds. You can see that's the coupler for the hitch. That's the kingpin. You can see how it goes on there. This is your cable for your pin that secures it. And remember, I told you no drill install. I got heavy duty magnets. Fixed them to my pull here, so I didn't have to drill into my kingpin. Now you can call it a pro tip if you want. This Allen was a real long one. It came out of this set here with these long bits. They were too long to torque. It snapped. So my brother-in-law, he just cut it for me, cut it off so it's deep enough to go up in that coupler. If it's too short, this will bottom out on the coupler and it won't do you any good. So make sure this is long enough. Either order one 3 or 4 inches or just cut one off, or take a regular hex key like one of these and cut it off and put it in a 1/4 inch socket. So it's another trick. Anyway, that's the rest of our install for our Anderson Ultimate 5th wheel hitch. We're actually several months later than when we put the hitch in the back of the truck. It's still in there doing good, but we're on our way to Florida. In the campground here, I took it off so I could finish the video for you. When we went to pick up the camper, it was kind of a rush, and I put this on real quick. So if you check out our video where we went to Lurch RV, you can see me in the video putting it on. So I redid it for this video, but hope it helps. And if you have any questions, reach out to Anderson. Anderson was very helpful with me on a few questions I had about my coupler installation for this particular kingpin. So hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until the next video, we hope you're trading the everyday for a better day.